BO2 grenade by. Let's see if the smokes can be solid enough to keep the terrorists from pushing anywhere. But they still won rounds with that buy due to their amazing aim. Maybe they're so strong on the pistols that they don't even need armor, and you can see that. Bloody elf. Yeah, bloody hell. Double kill already.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're trying to do a British accent. Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
The Cockneys are back in town, but either way, that has been the first couple of kills going the way of T side. We're going to see, or CT side, and well, we're going to see Riley find another one. Vilka will manage to trade one back and go aggressive to try and even up the scoreline, but both players missing shots. And actually, it's come back to a 2v2 with Nikki doing a nice amount of damage. It's going to come down to just what those CT side can do now, and DSH will find a kill. But either way, from the position they were in, they have got the bomb down. And Nikki, we've said that she's the consistent fragger. Can she now clutch this one out? It's happened before. Will it happen again? Doing a nice amount of damage, trying to find at least one of them and make it into a 1v1. Neither of these players have armor, so the aim punch may be real. The jump up there from Bloody Elf isn't enough, but she doesn't expect the second player, and that's going to be it.
That's team play by Reason, pushing in together and then playing on top of each other as well. Well done by them, despite the lack of armor, as that's just, they kicked it off perfectly as well with the double kill by Bloody Elf. In my opinion, that was the drop zone split towards the A bomb side. The plan for Team Secret, obviously, if you lose to players that are meant to flank the CTs, and the CTs know exactly what you're up to, that's gonna make your round so much harder. And we gotta give props to Team Secret for actually making it this close.
Yeah, a really nice start to the pistol round in the end. It came a lot closer than we expected. But either way, it is looking like they're just going to go for this rush, try and get a second bomb plant. Of course, this is just the eco round, so a bomb plant alone is very valuable. Riley going to be with the P shooter here, spraying and praying. The PP Bison, literally the PP shooter, and will manage to find herself 3 kills, obviously making that dollar. But either way, it's just going to be Notka left. Can't expect her to do much here, but either way, they've got the bomb plant down, and the buy in the next round is going to be a big one.
Yes, Reason Gaming needs to prepare themselves for that. DSH has saved quite a lot of grenades, so did Riley, so they might be able to drop the SMGs if they like to do so. Riley actually is running around trying to find a rifle. Well, she dropped her weapon in the previous round because why not? You know, she wants to buy up anyway. So Reason Gaming, heads up play by them. They realize that Secret will have 5 AKs and they don't stick to the SMGs. They don't go for the risky approach in this round, but at the same time it makes this round so much more important because Reason Gaming will have less money than if they had stuck to the SMGs.
Yeah, this is obviously the big buy round. It comes early, and we have to hope that the CT side will be able to hold this one down. We are looking to see what the Ts can actually do here opening up this side. Of course, we've mentioned the fact that this is now more of a T-sided map. It's long gone are the days where there was actually a big hole in the back of the site and the toilet sat in there. I think most players won't even remember that. Like, that bit has gone from their mind of the old cobblestone.
Side. Oh my god, that little room on the B-bomb side was so atrocious. I don't know who came up with that. Or the A-bomb side with all those little things. I know that Freiburg clutch at Cologne 2013, I think it was. That was so amazing, yeah, but I really, when you look at the map like that and you think, well, okay.
It's come a long way.
That was a really sick position.
I think it's one of my favorite maps, especially as a viewer. It does have its problems for the CTs, but either way, Riley's making those problems look easy. Finds the first kill, does a lot of damage onto Zaz. A nice start again to the round, and 35 seconds coming up on the clock, meaning the Ts, they don't have a huge amount to play with, and actually there's still a few nades left for this CT side to make a bidding. Pat, we can see that push coming in now. Riley still behind the smoke, no fear. And 20 seconds is now coming up. They've got to make their move now. This means that this position, this smoke has bought so much time. Tati actually in a bit of a boost here. They could have read this perfectly, but they need the rotation to come in a little bit quicker. Just need to drop that bomb, and they're doing the nice work. The bomb has been dropped. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to pick this up. The time is running lower and lower, and the bomb is going to be picked up. Are they going to get it down? I don't think they've got enough time. That's going to be close.
Nah, it's not.
Yeah, all good.
It's not gonna work out. So high fives, definitely deserved high fives there for Reason. A smile comes up as well. They are fired up. They are in for the fight. Now, we've got the 3-0 lead. Reason going for the AUG on Antika. All right, so a whole different approach. They didn't change the pistol, but now they're changing the rifle rounds. Nopka saved that AK, so that might give them a little trouble on the B bomb set if she manages to open it up. But she's hanging back at the moment together with her teammates. Just at B long.
Yeah, I do have to wonder if that was a misbuy. Obviously, it is quite close to each other when you look at the weapon scroll wheel and could have just misclicked the number. But either way, it's not the worst weapon in the world. The scope, of course, against non-armored player is actually very, very good. And accuracy-wise, it's up there with the best of the weapons. So I would say it isn't the worst in the world. The spray as well is very, very close to that of the AK. So I wouldn't say that it is the worst weapon to have, even if it was a misbuy.
It's just so expensive. That's the real downfall. Otherwise, it does a lot of damage. It's got the scope, which makes it really easy and noob-friendly to use, which Antika doesn't need, but it's still, you know, it's handy to point a dot at somebody. It's like a browser game, almost like a mobile game.
Well, the other thing is on the other side as well, another scoped weapon that isn't used very much, but you have to remember that so the SG, it's a one-shot headshot as well.
Yes.
So it's actually a very good weapon. The non-scope spray on that gun is actually the most horrific thing you'll ever see in your life. The bullets can literally go absolutely anywhere, and if you hit a headshot, there is a little bit of an element of luck unless you do it very, very quickly. But I would say it's not the worst thing in the world. Of course, there wasn't much of a buy coming in from Team Secret here, but they are just going to try and save these weapons. I don't think it's the worst decision. Obviously, they will be able to buy armor and a few nades behind them just based on what they have. The remaining players will get a little bit of a loss bonus, and actually, they could get a buy together here because it's going to be 2,900 added onto the remaining players. And yeah, that's going to allow them to get a buy. So not the worst thing in the world. As said, they will have to rebuy the armor, and their nades may be lacking a little bit. But either way, a great start from Reason, especially due to the fact that they are on that CT side.
Yeah, everyone that's hoping for a close game must be happy right now. Tati, that was so good. That trigger discipline, even though she fell down there, and well, it wasn't her fault that she was surrounded. In the end, she went down, but that was really important for this round. Now, 4-0 in favor of Reason, headed into the first real rifle round.
Ooh. Nice nade to start things off, of course. Nopka still struggling a little bit with the money, but that is a nice shot from Giuliano. She will take the head clean off Bloody, who's had a nice start to this game. Obviously, the AUG still in play here. You never know. This could be an intentional buy, and may just feel that it doesn't have the double scope, but it's still a nice weapon to tap away with. If you hit those headshots, you can do damage and follow it up. Again,
that was the headshot, not the nade. Okay.
That's the second time we've seen that.
Yeah.
Where they throw the nade and then go, do you know what, I can't be bothered to wait that 2 seconds. Let's just headshot them anyway.
By the way, nades block bullets.
So do chickens.
Yeah, there was at the MLG major, there was an AWP shot blocked by a nade that would have been on target. You have a small video made of that.
There's other ones as well. I think weapons as well. If you throw a weapon and it hits, the bullet hits it, you can see the weapon fly away, and most players are none the wiser. However, we are back to a 3 versus 3 in the game. Nade's still a little bit limited now for the CT side if they've used a lot, but again, the clock is ticking. One player over towards this corner. Tati with the off angle. Miss spray, but finds the kill and the bomb and the second. Now over to the pistol. She's bought so much time for her teammates to come in here. 20 odd seconds left for this one player to do a lot of damage. Vilga, she's got time to plant the bomb, that's for sure. The flank is coming in from ramp. She's got to be careful here, and the peek is actually going to be made. But now she has to go a little bit safer with this plant. I'm not sure that's the right decision to make. She plants it very open, and in fact, Antika, well, she just has a free roam to find that kill. And I think that's actually my favorite knife, so I'm kind of mad that she has it. Just on an off note.
The thing about this round, though, was Tati getting the double kill, and that... I mean, I was really scared for her at that moment because the first spray was not looking good at all. She reset her recoil, though, and that is the patience and the experience as well. She's like, I'm not going to get there. I can't keep my fingers crossed and just keep spraying like that. If I want to get the kill, I have to trust my skills. So she resets the recoil, goes for the first one, and the second one was on point, and that was the really important one as well. So 5-0 in favor of Reason. Team Secret having a real bad start here.
Yeah, nice work already from Tati. This could be the resolve of not playing a match yet today, and Reason already so ready. I don't know what quite happened there. Riley not quite finishing that off, and actually gives away her life by jumping down to finish off the frag. However, Bloody Elf is there to trade one more, and I am wondering if they're just that first map sort of mentality at the moment coming out. However, it will be a trade. Vilga again in a 1 versus 2, this time a little bit more time on the clock at least, so she's not going to have to rush around. Of course, the bomb is down in a not brilliant position, but it's not known, but peeking into Antika, she's going to find that kill easily, and the knife even matches the gloves.
Of course it does. Girls have style, unless, I mean, compared to men.
StarLadder has style.
StarLadder too, of course. And it's the StarLadder colors as well.
Yeah, here we go. Pistols galore across the side of Team Secret. We saw all that was needed from Reason was 6 rounds, and that was enough to beat Heaven. They're already there without losing a round in return, so a very, very impressive start to this one from Reason.
Yeah, full A rush coming up by Secret. They made their way deep into the bomb site already, but Riley is still there. She gets the first one onto Saz. Now Tati chimes in. Juliana with a reply for the terrorist, but the bomb has been dropped, and that doesn't allow the terrorist to plant it just now. 3v4 and unarmored terrorists, at least mostly unarmored terrorists. Tati with another one, and she is stepping up. She must have heard us talk about her. Nikki, though, with the kill, with a headshot onto DSH. Maybe she can do some more damage. It's really her only hope.
Yeah, counter nades coming out to try and make it more and more difficult. And they do have a crossfire on her, and not only her, but the bomb. So it is going to be a 7th round already. And Reason, they must be over the moon with how this is going so far. Got a few more references to StarLadder on the walls. Of course, that is just a little bit of additional stuff that they'd added in. It's a really nice touch. I'm a big fan of it, of course. The gloves, I do have to say, are my favorite thing, especially when the logos are as badass as they are with these two teams. But back on the bye, we do see Team Secret, of course. The loss bonuses had fallen. Well, if they don't win this round, I wonder if the pause will have to come in and something will have to change, because they look like they've come into this very, very cold, not seeing those big plays that we see from Zaz, and nobody really making too much of an argument except for, well, I suppose, Nikki and, well, there you go, Vilga, who have had some moments so far.
Yeah, Vilga is the only one holding up the Secret flag at the moment. They have to really watch out that the economy for Reason is out of hand anyway, but they have to string so many rounds together to really break it. The Russian team making big strides towards the first map win already, even though it sounds so early. We have to point it out, 7-0 is insane already, and I think we say it every single round that the score is going to increase and it's getting more and more out of hand. Now the terrorists have the player advantage, and Saz will make it 2 players. Now she's pushing a really nice play by Saz, realizing that she has pushed DSH out of her position, and she just keeps hunting her down, allowing her teammate to pick up the kill. Let's not get the standing going to work. Bloody Elf and Antika should go for the save, but they're already intercepted by Vilga.
Yeah, nice position. That's why she seems to be the last player alive in almost every round we've seen so far. But either way, it looks like the smart decisions being made by Reason. And this is something we have seen from other teams in the past that has really been a detriment to them, where they don't know when they're beaten. And I'm all for confidence. I'm all for feeling strong and going for these plays, but you have to understand sometimes you cannot win the round, and that is what they're doing here. They're just saving their weapons, not going for anything too overzealous. And actually, that round really was made by Zaz pushing in and making that entry kill, but look at it, 2-6. Well, 3 players on 2 kills, and the 2 at the bottom are probably the 2 well-known and biggest names for the team.
Yeah. And that is going to be a problem. At the same time, you could expect them to step up later on, so maybe it's not that big of a problem, because you still have some hope that, well, okay, our star players just have a rough time getting into the game, so let's calm down a little bit. We might give away this first half. We might not make it a good score at all, and let's trust them that they come back and find a way back.
Here we go. We saw this a lot from Elf. She's made this play multiple times. I do wonder if Team Secret were watching. We did see like Twitter pictures of them like out for lunch and stuff like that. So how seriously they're taking this, we will have to wait and see. Obviously, could get overconfident, but we've already seen the first frag going in. They do actually check the angle, and there goes Elf trying to counter, but the bait is there as Nopka gets a second kill in the last couple of rounds where it's sort of being pushed towards her in a way. The teammates are playing towards her, and that's a good sign for the stand-in, at least, that she is being brought into the team play. Obviously, we've already mentioned the fact that the teams haven't had a huge amount of time to practice with their stand-ins here, but either way, 4 versus 3, Orb still on Antika, and the push is coming to A.
Yeah, Vilga with that lurk opening up the bomb site single-handedly. The CTs have to rotate really quickly. DSH is on the back step, but she still needs a lot of time coming around. Antika is already there on the way, but man, Tati has to hold on so long, and there is no way she can contest the bomb plant. She has to wait and see. Nikki gets tagged from behind. DSH picks up the kill just about that. 23 HP remain for her. Now Tati is already in the little hut, and they've got Antika using their scope to get some information. Vilga, though, will put her down. Antika still on the lookout. DSH with a good tag onto Nopka, using the nade to shave off some more HP. 30 remain for the terrorists. The CTs have to hurry up. The time is running down. Antika with a kill, but Nopka is holding it down. 2 kills for her. Antika is alone. She has to back away. No chance for Reason. Nopka and Giuliano will probably stay alive. That was a really good tag onto Giuliano. At the same time, it got repelled as well. Because, will she? Yeah, she will save the orb. But the second round for Team Secret now, that is firing them up a little bit. Maybe they can do some more work. The CT's economy is not looking too strong either.
Yeah, and that's it. Money, money, money. We always talk about that when mentioning Counter-Strike. Of course, we do have a little bit of a buy coming in, but nothing too major here. It's just going to be pistols around this AWP with Antika, with the ability to actually buy up possibly even another AWP in the next round. A 2,400 loss bonus. I think she has about 3,400 in the bank. So either way, it's not going to be the worst case scenario, but either way, they have got this aggressive push coming in. The decent position from DS actually finds a kill. Giuliano's there to cover off the bomb, which is very important. Otherwise, they could have seen a second player lost there. Of course, another way to keep that AWP in play is to just save it into the next round, and it looks like that may be the idea here from Antika, as you will see Tati possibly stick around or just try and cover off her teammate.
Indeed, she's going to be the first line of defense, the early warning system for Antika, so she can run away a little bit, and maybe they can squeeze out another frag here. Team Secret doesn't seem to be too eager to get the frags. Of course, they're looking for it, they're going for it, but there is Antika shutting down Saz. Tati running at Vilga, body checking her to death. Nopka is still around. She's looking for another kill. Antika's taking a very safe corner, but it might not be so safe anymore as Nopka comes around the corner. Good frag by Antika. Giuliano is nowhere near, so the AWP gets saved, but the round doesn't.
Yeah, and that's, well, AWP and some pistols taking down 4 players. I'd say that's a pretty good round in what we're actually seeing, especially considering the T economy hasn't had much of a chance to blossom. So I would say that that's a perfectly reasonable round, saving the AWP as well and coming back with a bye.
Indeed. Now we've got the CTs with 2 players going for A long. That might be quite interesting, especially now that Team Secret going for 3 players at A. The fake on the B bomb side though. Giuliano pushing forward. She gets the kill onto DSH. Replied on by Antika, so it's back to a 4v4.
Yeah, and here we go. It looks like the push from the majority of players is going towards A, but the bomb is yet to move for Team Secret. Obviously, they have had a few rounds in a row. As said, it hasn't been clean. Antika still making neat work with that AWP, and a great position from Tati. Will get damage done, but not actually grab her the kill. However, the position is very, very good over from Riley. She's going to find one pushing in from behind, and now they need to clean her out. Vilga not going to find the shot either. Another nice shot from Riley, a player who we mentioned has stepped up, and now it's down to Zaz and Nopka to try and actually bring this one back into favor. We do mention the fact that Zaz was on fire yesterday. We need some more of that magic today, but low on HP. She'll be taken down. And Nopka, well, the best case scenario is possibly just a bomb plant here. Needs to try and get that down and earn them that extra cash. We know that they don't have a huge amount, and in fact, she will just go down. And a great round coming out there from Riley. Yeah, that triple kill was really important, especially, well, you can see the footage on YouTube/CSS/LTV. That is really cool. But apart from that, she was drop dead already.
when the second player came in to push her from the back, I think it was Vilga that was pushing her. I thought that Riley wouldn't get that kill anymore, but she waved her mouse like crazy and just managed to get it done. Really well done by her. The terrorist with a force buy, take 9 for Nikki.
Yeah, and that's the difference a bomb plant can make. They say what a difference a day can make, but no, in this scenario we're talking about bombs, and Antica will take the first kill yet again. She has been very consistent so far during this matchup, and we'll see whether or not she can continue that throughout. 8-3 at the moment. The boost is going to be coming in, but not the timing that was necessary as Nopka finds 2 kills. Nice work from her. The push from DSH will be taken down, and you can see that this round has already fallen apart. It may just be another idea to save here. We already know they haven't had too much. The self-Kobe.
Yeah, and a nades coming up by Nopka. She didn't know where the door was because it was smoked off, and the angle was really unfortunate for her. She just tossed it in there, finding out that it was the wrong angle. Now Saz is just waiting for Riley to make the push. It should be an easy round. Antica could go for a save, but at the same time, the CT should have enough money for a buy anyway. We sadly can't always predict the economy because we sometimes don't see it.
It's going to be close because they really haven't won. They had that sort of upset round or a couple of rounds in the middle, and yeah,
they have 7K on Antica, but the rest doesn't.
Because she managed to save that up so many times in a row. This time, she decided she didn't want to go for the save, so it will actually be 4, 5, 7th and a deagle. We know that these pistols have been very deadly for Reason Gaming. Of course, this is the chance for Secret to at least get themselves back to 7, but we wouldn't say that's a particularly impressive scoreline on Cobble, especially not on the T side. Yeah,
it will depend on, the next few rounds, and then also the start to the second half. Antica with a deagle, together with DSH on the statue. The terrorists are about to execute on the B-bomb side. They have a limited range of grenades, though. It shouldn't be that big of a problem for them. Nikki with the first one. Now it's Saz chiming in. And a quick 3v5 already.
Yeah, and this is looking like a quite nice and easy cleanup. Of course, we have seen multiple players, especially Tati, do some nice pistol work throughout, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen this game. Possibly looking for an exit here, but ultimately they've already won the half. Anything other than this is just gravy, and that'll be the ideal scenario. If they can get 9, anywhere near 10, they're just laughing at that stage. But either way, 8 rounds on the CT side. It's a convincing half from them, and it's going to be Secret having to step up on their CT side. And, well, the main thing I really want to mention is we've already seen how teams have struggled with a stand-in on the CT side of Cobble. And I wonder if that will happen to Team Secret as well, because ultimately their T side has been so convincing in the other matchup where they played this map that it's kind of questionable whether their CT side is really there.
Yeah, but no other way than to, to find out than to just see what they do. Especially now that's the final. I think they already talked about it. There it goes. You can see how close that angle was as well. And then she drops the flash as well, possibly even team flash.
Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
5-8. Team Secret drawing it a little closer. Antica on the AK. But of course, that's taken from the last round. Reason Gaming have to do something about this. It's not really a problem if they don't win those rounds, but they have a really good chance. So why would you not capitalize or try to capitalize on that good chance? This round will probably not be it, but the last one, that could give Reason a chance to also scatter the momentum for Team Secret, because Team Secret is definitely picking up some of that.
Yeah, of course, any momentum that can be damaged is always very valuable. As we've already said, 8 rounds is pretty convincing, but the other thing that we have to mention is if Team Secret get themselves rolling, they are probably the scariest team in the tournament at the moment, so we will have to wait and see whether or not they can do just that. Of course, pushing into the site, there are quite a few players here actually. 3 players is almost ridiculous over towards this site. Tati, or CZ kill, never would have seen that one coming, but another pistol kill. This is a hell of a round. We're talking about damage, talk about momentum. Although Antica will get a little bit happy and shoot her teammate in the head, it will not matter. And now it's all down to Nopka, the stand-in a 1v2.
The CTs with good positions. The bomb is dropped right in their lines. Now they just have to hold on to that good crossfire. And look at that. She walks through the line of sight of the other into the other one. Really impossible to clutch this one. And I said, probably isn't this round, but of course it is. The 9-5 now for Reason. Team Secret in dire straits. They have to do it now or never. Reason Gaming with such a tremendously good CT side, starting off with 7 rounds in a row before Secret actually got 1 on the board. That was already insane, but now they make it even sicker.
Betting against Reason's Force Buy / Eco round was your biggest mistake, because they are
of course.
They are very, very good with those pistols, and they have shown throughout, especially in the form of Tati with that CZ, and well, we already had an AK as well, but either way, that was not a round that you expected to see from Team Secret, but they are back, they are fighting once again, and they have the advantage in this one.
And they made it the advantage, but the CTs have their backstabber. Bloody Elf, she's dropping the bomb. Now the terrorists have to come back for it, but DSH is around as well. As I mentioned her name, she goes down to Nikki. Bloody Elf is still around. She can take a different approach, a different position here in the B hallways that can be really dangerous for the terrorists. They have to waste a lot of time cleaning up those angles. And she's making herself as big as possible, roaring as loud as a lion with that Molotov cocktail and the flash. Now she gets another frag. She's on a 1v2, but Nikki makes it a double kill and wins that last round for Secret. That was really important for them.
You can see from the reactions, though, of the, well, winning side at the moment, Team Reason. Or Reason Gaming, I should say. They're very happy with that half, and I can see why. That was very, very impressive from them.
Talking about, let's check the odds. I didn't take a look at that yet. What do you think are the odds? Let's bet on the odds.
I'm hoping they're around, say, maybe 60-40, but I imagine they're probably more along the lines of 80-20 to Team Secret. I just think
I'm going for 80-20.
People are just going to favor them.
So let's see what the pistol run can bring us. Reason Gaming on the terrorist side, Team Secret on the CT side. No, not too much specialty coming out of Reason, at least not this time around. They went for 3 armored guys, and the terrorists are pushing in with 4 players into the A bomb side. The CTs with a quick rotation already. DSH making her way into the rotation area, and Tika with a nice headshot onto Saz. That was really ringing a bell there. 4v4 though, thanks to Nikki's refrag, and she has been holding on to this game with dear life. Nopka as well onto Tati. Now DSH with a surprise, but Nikki does get away unharmed so far. DSH is the last one alive. She's in the middle of everything, and yeah, she's not even getting away. There was a possibility for a knife kill for a second.
Yeah, Nopka actually stepping up big there, finding 3 kills into the pistol round and giving them the start they needed, at least, because it wasn't a particularly good T side. Of course, anything you can do, I can do better is the phrase they'll probably be using at the moment, although very heavy on the SMGs. And wow, if I know Reason Gaming, they're going to be giving this one a good old try. Of course, Antika is going to save for that early AWP buy, but either way, this is a risky buy, but possibly one that could affect the fact that getting close and personal, it helps the SMGs, also helps the pistols. It sort of balances it a bit, but you really need, like, long-range duels can be so valuable.
Yeah, definitely. They have to watch out. I mean, the 5-man push, 5-player push by Reason Gaming. The man is just a general expression there. Bloody Elf is the only one picking up a frag, though. I was scared for Team Secret for a moment when the terrorists dropped in there. It's so close, those close quarters with the Tech 9 always been dangerous. Riley going down to 2 and then finished off by Saz. So 3 CTs still alive. Tati with the MP9 and 1 minute on the clock. She can try to grind out some more.
Yeah, of course, every kill with this SMG is all but valuable. Down low is going to be Vilga, but smart play from her to fall back. The only problem is now is there's 2 players on 5 and 9 HP. We're only really looking at Giuliano with a sort of healthy position at the moment. She's not on her last legs, a horse that's about to be put down. It's more of someone who's just freely walking around, and well, Zaz's position is a pretty good one. Only if Tati checks it precisely will she get that kill, and Zaz has stepped up big in this round. Quad kill with the SMG, making herself an awful lot of money. And, well, that's going to be very important. And for her confidence, because she is someone who, when she has that confidence and she steps up big, she's probably the scariest player in the tournament.
Yeah, She showed us already. How many 30 bombs did she drop? I don't know, once every second game at least, or at least 25, something along those lines. Team Secret with a comfortable buy. Thanks to all that money, they will also have a really strong rifle round coming up. Reason Gaming on the other side with only 1 P250, and it's Vilga stopping that push on the A bomb site together with Giuliano. Vilga with one more onto Bloody Elf. It's DSH on her own against the 4 CTs. And Vilga is there again. No problem for her. 3 frags. So everyone has a chance to farm a lot of money. You can see that. Almost 8,000 on Zaz, 7,000 on Vilga. Still 6,200. Didn't she buy it? Now she buys. So keeping me hanging there for a second. Giuliano also had 7,000 something on the board. So easy all buy for her. There is with Antika on the scope, and Reason Gaming focuses on the B-bomb side. It's the first rifle round, so they just have to feel out what's going on over there.
Yeah, and we're looking into the build-up of this game. Antika going to be looking for a pick. She hasn't actually found anything with this AWP on this side yet, but this is, of course, the buy they are looking to do so. Nice flashbang comes out as Giuliano is taken down, and we're now looking for more from the T side, trying to make that push over towards B. We do, of course, have the lurker sitting down, waiting towards that A side in case there's any more aggression, but the rotation will be coming in relatively soon. We have 3 players already on that B side, and this could be the big moment, actually, for Reason. If they can pick this round up early, get themselves rolling, we're going to be looking for that first map to come underway for them. AWP, as said, has been the big factor here, and now we're going to see that push coming into drop down.
Yeah, Reason with a good player advantage. Bloody Elf on 9 HP, but she can hang back a little bit, and they are on the way to the A-bomb site where only Vilga is holding at the moment. They are also splitting, but Bloody Elf gets a little bit too thirsty here, taking down her teammate, making it a 3v2 is Vilga with that first frag of the round for her. DSH planting the bomb, though the CT's on the rotation. Riley should have that frag in the back. There goes Vilga. Nopka, the only one standing. DSH has that angle covered. She needs to watch out, though. Not really necessary to go for it in her position because she's only got 5 HP. And, of course, Riley's going to take over. 10-9. Reason Gaming win the first rifle round, and that's going to be a problem for Team Secret because they weren't able to do that. Yeah,
monetary position is not a good one at the moment. They may be able to get something on the board at least, and we know how these Deagles have done so far, but Vilga will have a kit as well, so there's something to play behind in this one, and we are going to see whether or not they can actually find a frag in this. Of course, plenty of nades, plenty of utility, everything on the board at the moment for Team Reason, and they're going to be looking to fight straight back into this one and take that first map home.
Yeah, Antika already has the deep angle into the B-bomb side. The terrorists know that the CTs didn't make their way over there, but Team Secret is backstabbing the terrorists with all the force. They have 2 players coming in from there. They try to force the terrorists into pushing for the B-bomb side with 3 more players are waiting. One of them is Nopka, really, really close to that smoke. In the meantime, Giuliano picks off Riley. That was on the backstab. She picks up the AK as well. Now the terrorists will open up on the B-bomb, so they know there is an AK coming from the back. We rather push. Another one goes down to Saz. This is looking very, very bad for Reason. Can Team Secret win this round?
Yeah, they've got to make a big play here now, the 2 remaining T side. The spray is going to be coming through from Zaz, but it will be Elf to finally close down another player. 2 versus 3. The push is going to be coming in from Vilga. We need to see some team play come out. Vilga going to be coming close. She'll find the frag. They're coming close to winning this round. Bloody going to go for this. She finds the second. It is going to be Giuliano, arguably the star for this team, trying to bring this one back. But Elf hits all 3, quad kill in the round, and massive stuff coming out from her to take that one home.
Phew. Reason. That was making my heart skip a beat. I'm not biased at all, but you know, when those rounds, you kind of want to go the rounds the way you think they will, and that was unexpected as hell. Both sides coming up big. Team Secret at first with a kill by Giuliano, then Saz slowing them down. They grind out those kills. They did very well. They did everything. You said team play has to come out. They were pushing together. Made it really hard for the terrorists to win this round, but Bloody Elf, man, wow.
Yeah, both teams, they have taken a nasty hit economy-wise from that one. CTs, obviously, they have fallen back a little bit money-wise, but they will try and do this once again. That was actually more of an eco round, so not too bad in the end, but now they need to get themselves back into the running of this one. They are only down by 2 rounds, but they are not quite out just yet. And, well, we can already see the boost coming in over towards the long position. We are looking 4 players currently facing around the B side, but sort of waiting to see if they try and split A. And again, we have Riley playing that lurk position. She hasn't come into play too much, but the damage already being done by the CTs is a big one, and I do enjoy this position. This tree position is one of the arguably most overpowered in the game. If you don't spot this out, if you don't nade this out, it really can change the round.
Yeah, it also depends on how the CTs play around the position, because if you're alone over there, that's not going to help you out that much. But if you have people drawing the fire away, you can do a lot of damage. Nikki just with the pistol. That is enough for her to take down 2 terrorists. It should never happen. Reason Gaming must be gutted. They lost 2 players to the 5-7 in drop zone. Nopka making their position work, but Riley with reply. Now this is another 2v4, 2v5. Now they make it a 1v3 though. Nikki steps in with her 3rd. Riley on 9 HP. There's not much she can do.
Yeah, it will fall apart in the end. And there we are. Team Secret bounce back. And they do it in the previous round as well, dropping so many players. And this is where the economy game, it really does fall apart for the T side. Obviously, this clutch alone. And
the last one onto Juliana, that was so quick. So nice.
But without that, you never know. Maybe their economy would be in a better stance now. It's obviously easy to say that in hindsight, but unfortunately, that round was not good enough. That round wasn't clean enough. And, well, for a final, this is definitely starting to hot up. We are going to see an eco come out here. We've seen some great pistol play already from Reason Gaming. But can they do it one more time?
Yeah, usually they have some armor to back it up with. This time around, only 1 flash in their hands. They tried to get that kill in drop zone and just salvage 1 rifle and see what they can do with that one. Bloody Elf is setting up that flash. Will Nikki look at it or not? Yeah, she will definitely be blinded. Oh, minutes go by until Nikki can see again, and the terrorists slip all the way through to the rotation. They're going for the A bomb site. DSH picks up that M4. 1 Bloody Elf almost takes down Nikki. But Vilga is stepping up, and she is really the anchor on the A-bomb side, even though she goes down eventually. Tatty with another one. It's a 1v2 now. Nikki on 70 HP. That should be an easy frag, but she doesn't have armor, and Tatty really has to hit the first bullet, and she doesn't. It's Nikki with a double, Vilga with the triple. Team Secret glad to get her, or glad to have her on the A-bomb side. Otherwise, it might have ended way worse.
Yeah, Tatty bring that one nice and close. It's not going to quite come down to a round for Reason, but it will mean that they can come back fighting in this one. The money is not good for either team. This round really could decide who gets further and further into the lead. Of course, we have the AWP this time. Is actually onto Vilga, so Juliano going to be handing over that mantle and goes for the aggressive peek early on. Flashbang comes out. Riley manages to survive playing this lurk role, but this time it's not so much a lurk because the aggression is actually coming towards this A site. They've decided to switch things up. The push is going to be moving forward, but we actually see the retreat of the CT side. They're not going to be going too aggressive in this one, not going to overface, because this round could decide who at least gets that push towards match point, or map point, I should say. And here we go. Push begins.
Yeah, Vilga missing that shot, allows the terrorists to get a little deeper, but Juliana is there to help her out. DSH will trade her though, 4v4. DSH down to 10 and Tika on 70. So Juliana did the damage, and Bloody Elf on the lurk. She gets put down by Saz. Really had some play by her, keeping her teammate alive, making a rotation happen. In the meantime, Antika and DSH will kill the A-bomb side off, but Nopka is there. They had too many CTs in there. The terrorists didn't think that Team Secret would stack like that, and Nopka is showing them how important one player can be if you don't expect him.
Yeah, that close range position works out absolutely perfectly. Here's the double kill coming in from Nikki with the 5-7. Obviously, the crossfire was there from Giuliano, which allowed her to get this done. But Team Secret, they have stepped up massively on the CT side. We said that they didn't have enough on the T side, but so far they're showing us the other side of the map. And, well, Nopka's slotting into this lineup very nicely indeed, as we've just seen in the previous round.
Yeah, it's Vilga as well, 23 kills. She's mainly playing alone on the A-bomb side, and now Nikki is helping her out a little bit, but it's an eco round or an anti-eco round for Team Secret. So even though they are up against Reason and they are the eco kings, it's still no question who's going to win that, at least this time around. 13-11, timeout called by Reason.
Yeah, and this is the stage where, well, we get those in-game leaders, those coaches, earning their money, so to speak. If you want the cut of that prize pool, this is where you have to make your mark. And, well, really, we're looking towards to see what they can actually do here, because so far, well, it's been backwards and forwards for a little bit, but then we saw a little bit more domination actually coming out from Team Secret. We see the points where we see their big players actually step up. Obviously, Zaz has been quiet, but the mantle's being picked up. Vilga, someone we haven't highlighted as much, is starting to step up. Also, we have Nopka. This nice little play here. Obviously, the players were low, but this third shot alone, just going for that final peak, absolutely perfect. 3 kills in a matter of seconds, hence why it's on the feed.
Yeah, and the 1.6 spray, right there, you know, you get the clutch, you turn down your mouse, you spray. That's what Valve would have to add as well to make it really, really pleasant to play CSGO again. But yeah, I mean, everything's falling into place for Team Secret. They make the right calls, they make the right stacks. They have not gonna off position. I mean, they have put 3 players into that bomb site where they usually only have 1. And it happens to be the case that the terrorists will push in that moment at that bomb site. And it didn't look too bad for them until Nopka stepped up. So Secret gaining the momentum. You see that there is some motivation coming back as well, a little smirk there on Nikki's face. She's obviously feeling happy about her own individual performance as well, but overall the team is doing the work together. Yeah, there it is again, and we've got Reason probably pretty deflated because they don't have any idea how to break the CTs now. They are back on a buy, but Antika lacks armor.
Yeah, back with the AWP, a weapon that has been influential in the first half, but 3 to 8 in the second, not even getting too much damage done with it either. We are going to see that push over towards Long initially to try and make a little bit of damage done, but it's not going to be the case. And Giuliano, now we see this boost coming the other way.
That nade. It exploded right next to them in the same room, took away 13 overall.
Oh, 13.
Yeah,
oh,
Nikki was tagged as well, down to 92. So big impact nade on Bloody Elf with a headshot onto Giuliano, though that is really having some impact because Giuliano has been doing some work for the CTs in the previous rounds too, with her rotations as well. Now the 4v5, the terrorists could grind down the CT's positions, but Saz is in the corner at the platform.
And the build-up is starting to take place. That corner position is going to play the biggest role we've seen in a round, probably for quite a while. Zaz has to nail this. There's no Molotov going in. They have to peek this angle. The second she goes for this, she could take so many players. She's going to find one. They still haven't noticed the silence 10-4. It makes such a difference as she finds 2 kills already. There is a lack of a trade. They found the first kill earlier. Bloody Elf will manage to find 1, but that's going to be it. And now we're seeing whether or not they can actually trade these kills out. Zaz still alive over towards that corner spot, but it is going to be the flank. This could be the big play. The bomb is going to be pushing over towards the side. They've got to be looking this way. Nikki will find 1. Will she check the corner, though? No, walks out with a smoke. And Vilga now, 1 versus 1. Riley, can she actually close this one out? She has the bomb, but I'm not sure that they know exactly where she is.
13 seconds. She just made it to the bomb site because Vilga had their incinerate ready. And Riley dancing around the statue right now. Vilga taking her time. She knows she's got 35 seconds to have to defuse. And oh, that was really harsh. Vilga with that close, with that clutch, but it's all off the back of Saz in that corner. She got 3 frags from there. Even though she was known to the terrorists, it was still okay for her. She still got 1 more.
Yeah, that massive play from her. She managed to not only catch out 1, but because of the silencer, the one place where that silencer really comes into play is when you're in a hidden position where they don't check it, and 1 Molotov is all it takes. Obviously, the loss bonus, it has built up now for Reason Gaming, but they are with their backs up against the wall. Someone has to step up big, and it seems like a lot of their stars have started to fall asleep here. They need someone like Tati. They need someone like Antika to really be finding these moments. And we've seen a complete switch up. Giuliano, perfect positioning once again. She finds the first kill of the round. And it looks like the T's are going to flee that position with a little bit of a boost further back.
Yeah, Giuliano playing the position that Antika also played. And I mean, every single AWP plays that. Before that, she was flashed and usually taken down. But now Reason is kind of unfocused a little bit, a little sloppy play sometimes here. You already mentioned the incinerate in the corner would have disposed of Saz's threat. Now they have to do it with their aim. They get the 2-man kill back.
Oh,
And
another
they make
nice
it a
kill.
third, yeah.
Riley's going to entry onto the site. This will leave Zaz alone in the corner. Will manage to find one. And the bomb pushing alone. That could be the point of play again. Zaz seems to have woken up, and if you waken that beast, she's going to take you down. Molotov going to be thrown out, but it's a little bit late. Antika will also find her teammate. Zaz is going to have to go huge, but pushing individually could be the factor. Drops the bomb for a second time in the round. Riley, she's going to be going round, and they need to play as a team here, and they do. They catch Zaz in the open with a nade in her hand, and finally, after a long hiatus, Reason have another round.
Yeah, the initial idea by Riley was to go to the hole in the wall and challenge Giuliano, but she realized if I do that, I'd be alone. So I'd rather wait for my teammate to be around as well. And you could see it through the X-ray. They adjusted their positions and then went in there together. Saz didn't have a chance in the end. So Reason Gaming back on the board. I don't know, how long did it take them? How many rounds did they lose in a row?
They were winning 9-6, and we've only just seen them get themselves to 12. The pistols are back in play, but the Deegs are what we're looking for here. The one Deegs, as many would define them as. But going aggressive here, Vilga. If she's spotted out a nade, will they expect her to be this far forward this early on? That's the main question here. Going to be pushing into the drop-down position relatively soon, but they seem to be backing away. I don't know if there's been some sort of call, but either way, the A side seems to be their place where they will reside. And look at the rotation. The CTs thinks it's B. The noise that's been made has sort of given away a call, and the A rotation is going to be coming in. Giuliano, she needs to go big here. Of course, we know she can. We know on occasion she will. She's going to peek with the Deeg. It doesn't look like it's to B, although Riley's getting tagged down just as low as she is. And actually going to keep peeking and finds the frag. So already won in this round with the pistols. They will rotate around, trade this one out, and now we see some normality return to the round. Bloody stepping up big, finding a couple of kills, and we leave 2 pistols to try and save this round.
Yeah, Nopke no armor. Vilga is coming in from behind. Maybe Nopke could pick 1 or 2, but she's going to be sprayed down by Bloody Elf. No problem for the terrorists clinching control over the A-bomb side. Now Vilga is making a push through a long, but she's already expected, and Tika gets ready to take her down. The terrorists have a good idea where she's coming from. Bloody Elf checks out the rotation area, and the terrorists want to exit through a long. Tati might run into some trouble. Oh, turns around, but Vilga with a good deagle. Triple tag. Now it's her shut down by DSH. So another round on the board for Reason. They only lose 2 players, so economy is building up as well. Team Secret on the other side. Do they have enough money to buy up now? I think they should have. Yeah, just about. 2 pharmacists for Nikki and Nopke. Reason on the AWP for Antika. And this is the Russians' team chance to get back here.
Yeah, they let it go a little bit. They've let it slip a bit more. We know that their T side's actually their better side on most occasions. So we want to see them step up here. We want to see their big players stepping in. But if they win this round, then we could almost see them go all the way. Obviously, the loss bonus will then build up for Team Secret themselves and actually get their monetary position back on track. But this is it. This is where we can see whether or not they have the cojones to take themselves over the line. Of course, the push seems to be building up. They're already looking over towards that drop-down position yet again. But it is a heavy stack, or not so much stack, but defensive position over towards this B side.
Yeah, full execution coming in. It's going to be a huge clash. Saz with the opening kill onto Bloody Elf, slipping in there. Really cheeky positioning by Saz. She's been on platform, she's been on the statue, now she's in drop zone. Really hard to predict where she's going to pop up, and that makes it so hard for the terrorists to actually make a decent call and say, okay, we smoke this position and then we push there, because Saz might be where you want to push, or Saz might be where you want to smoke, but then she pushes out of the smoke and gets you killed. So a 5v4 in favor of the CTs. Reason can't afford to have a lurker anymore, so they have all the 4 players at B long.
Yeah, Zaz has actually rotated, as you said. She's now playing over towards the chicken hut. We can see almost everybody is on that side. It would be a 4v4 if they did go for this aggressive push, and it does seem that that's going to be the case. Everybody going into drop. It looks like a split, but there's Nikki finds 2. Antika does manage the no-scope to find 1 back, and actually this means that sort of trapped. I'm not a huge fan of this position, having to split without anybody over towards A. Look at this position from Vilga. She could ruin the round. She's going to drop 1, looking for the second, but completely misses. But luckily for her, Nopka's there to shut this down. 15 rounds for Team Secret. It may not have been a goodbye, but it was enough.
It was just about enough. Thanks to Reason's kind of clumsy execution there into drop zone. 2 players pushing through the window at the same time. You kind of have to do that at the same time you risk your life, because as you were able to see, Nikki with the 2 kills over there, and that really stopped that rotation from being as quick as it could have been. Otherwise, there might have been a dangerous call for Team Secret. Friesen had pushed through. So 2 map points for Team Secret. It's a best of 3, however. It's Riesen's map pick. So let's see what they can do with the 3 AKs and the 2 Tech 9s.
Zaz going to go aggressive early on, actually going back to her corner position where we see her made a huge impact. Obviously, we're already seeing 8 rounds on the board for Secret on this CT side. We talk about the fact that the map is normally T-sided, but Secret and Riesen both have other ideas already. We see Vilga spotting out a couple of players, pushing over towards that long position. The A site does seem to be the push position at this point in time, but whether or not Riesen can actually make an impact here, they've already done a bit of damage to Zaz as she attempted to cross, but still a long way to go in this round.
Yeah, one of the, historically speaking and generally speaking, best teams of the world, Team Secret, in the female scene, of course. Riesen Gaming could upset them, but they have to do so much work now. They are on the way to another B execution. They just didn't find out how to crack the A bomb site yet, and the CTs know that Vilga has checked out a lot, and they're all on the rotation. 5 players coming in to defend the B bomb site against Riesen Gaming's push, and look at the kills being traded back by the terrorists. It started off nicely for the CTs, now it's a 2v2. Bloody Elf on 34, the bomb gets planted by Antika right next to the flames. She's risking her life, but she gets it done just in time. Now she takes refuge behind the statue. She gets flashed around there a little bit. Juliana and Vilga with an AWP and the M4A4 on the retake, and they're holding back for now, waiting for the smoke to clear. Antika has spotted the first one, goes around the corner. 2 HP remain. Vilga puts it down. Bloody Elf on the stairs. It's easy to push it together, and Juliana with the AWP will finish it off. Team Secret with the 16-13 win on the first map. Wow, what a performance by both squads.
Yeah, both really improving on their CT side, both showing that they can step up on their CT side, and I'm really impressed with that comeback in the end from Team Secret. Of course, the scariest thing about this is the first time throughout this tournament, or throughout the land stage of the tournament, where they've come out with the first map. So the fact is they did start slow. That has to be said. Zaz, I'm not sure what was going on there. She was not having that star performance, but you can see she's very happy now. The latter stages of the game, she could have been the most crucial player, her and Nikki. Obviously, Vilga consistently fragging. Juliana, I still have to say, was a little bit quiet, but either way, it was there. And Riesen, they're going to be feeling that they were hit hard by that one. They had it in the bag. They had the roll. They had everything going their way. And they ended up letting, I feel, Team Secret back with a few sloppy mistakes. You have to say they didn't check that corner position. That's a very basic position. One Molotov, and they had, it's not they didn't have the utility. One Molotov, and Zaz doesn't get that double, triple kill, and that could be a completely different round, a completely different game.
Indeed. Nopka also in an off angle in the corner, and the rest of the rounds highly contested. We gotta say that they didn't give up, of course. They fought back a little bit, but Secret is so experienced. They can cope with the pressure. They have felt it time and time again. So it's gonna go down to Dust 2, the second map. It's the map choice of Team Secret. I hope you stay around for the second and maybe deciding map in the grand final of the Female Stars Championship, brought to you by StarLadder.